Alright, welcome back to the channel. This is the Watch Dogs Legion breakdown. Obviously, Watch Dogs Legion got some screen time in Ubisoft's uh, live stream, the Ubisoft Forward, and I'm going to break down exactly what went down in those trailers. Now, given that I've never put any videos regarding Watch Dogs Legion on my channel, I will start right at the beginning from E3 2019. So now, obviously, the big thing about this game is that there is no one playable protagonist like Watch Dogs 1 and 2. Instead, any NPC that you can see in the world is recruitable and playable. So essentially, every NPC is now a PC. No? No, okay. While this might seem like a gimmick, it seems a little more than that, given that every single NPC will have a different skill set. Now, you might end up picking an ex-assassin and focus on the gunplay, or pick a hacker type who could complete the objective without ever going inside the building. There are these new spider drones instead of the drone that we had in Watch Dogs, which could the two-wheel drone which could go on the ground, or the drone that could fly. Now obviously there are many flying drones here, but I don't think any of those flying drones belong to the characters. We essentially just hack those drones, and every drone has a different purpose. So like there are cargo drones which you can climb up on and then you can fly off into the sunset. There is also normal attack drones and just any type of drone you can hack if you have the skills. And when I say skills, I mean if the character you selected have that skill. So yeah, so in the new gameplay demo that we got in the Ubisoft Forward, we saw a construction worker. He had his own skill set, and also there is a feature like Hitman here where the construction worker essentially goes to a construction site and he's completely incognito because no one realizes that he's up to no good because he looks like a construction worker. Same thing goes for another mission that we saw, that was an Albion guard infiltrating an Albion protected building, I think. So yeah, no one suspects her unless she does something weird or out of place or suspicious. So yeah, so that is something they got from Hitman, and honestly it's a really good mechanic to have. And obviously this will add more variety to the actual gameplay and then the way we tackle the missions. Also, we can play as a grandma, so just prime game of the year candidate right here. As for the missions themselves, they have been getting more of a mixed reaction. Main missions are more scripted and better from what I hear. The hacking puzzles from the previous games play a big part, and I have seen already some people complaining about that, like we don't like those puzzles and why are they here. So I never personally had a problem with that. I like these puzzles, so for me that's not an issue. But it is honestly the recruitment missions that worries me the most. So far everyone who has played the game has expressed that there is a repetition in these missions, and you do one of three things: you either hack or maybe rescue a hostage, or there was one another thing. So yeah, there are only basically three types of missions, and that can get old really fast. And apparently that has not changed from the original E3 2019 demo, so yeah, it might get boring really fast, the recruitment missions themselves. Now I don't know what kind of side content this game is going to have. I think I saw Joe Raptor's video and it said that there is one dart game in there. I think there was a footage of a dart game in there somewhere. So we can expect like these smaller in-game, in-world activities that we can do. But yeah, as far as the recruitment missions go, I think there should have been at least like 15 or 20 different variations. Because when we are talking about every NPC in a world being recruitable and each having their own mission, if we have just 3 missions for so many NPCs, we are going to repeat them like really fast. Now, even though we go to different locations mostly for most of the missions, there was one moment in Yong Ye's video. I will also Yong Ya. I keep saying his name wrong. Yeah, so in his video he said that he essentially got the exact same mission from 2 different NPCs, and those 2 different NPCs had the same voice actor as well. So if something like this keeps happening, then it will break the immersion really fast. Now, I don't know if co-op is featured in this game, but honestly, the gameplay is kind of open, like Watch Dogs 2 was, and you can select anyone to play as. So this would fit in really well with a co-op experience. So I don't know if this is co-op, but surely it should be, right? Because it just looks like it would be a great co-op game. Anyway, so there is a permadeath system that was revealed in E3 2019. So essentially, once you get downed, you don't die immediately. You have an option. Either you can give up or you can continue forward. So if you continue forward, essentially you have used your one life and now you have no lives left. So if you get shot down or killed during that phase, you die. You cannot get your character back. So apparently they also tweaked this system. So now permadeath is more of a optional mode that you can switch on. I don't know if you just have one option to do it, if it's a difficulty mode or something. But yeah, this is a different mode now. So you can also play with your characters just not dying, just getting critically injured and taking some time to recover based on whatever skills your group has at the moment. So, but I do think playing with permadeath would be a bigger challenge. So, because the experience so far, it looks like the mission design is not going to change much. What we do in the world is not going to change much. Permadeath will switch that up, because in case you have a favorite character, you won't want them to die, or so you might try to give up, and when you give up, you have to play as a different character. So there's that. Or your player just dies and then you play a different character. And this is one important thing. Every different character has a different sort of a gameplay. Now you can go for brawler who is in the melee combat, or you can, pick the silent assassins who have proper gun skills, or as I mentioned before, you can play as a grandma. And of course then you move slower, but I'm assuming you will also be more incognito, because who expects someone that old to fuck shit up? Yeah, moving on. Of course, hacking is a big part of the game, and the ability to control and interact with the world is something Watch Dogs has done much better than its competitors. I mean, there is no game in the market that has done something that Watch Dogs has done in terms of interacting with the environment. Watch Dogs 2 more than Watch Dogs 1, but yeah. So I'm assuming Legion is just another step up from that. From what I have seen, it is another step up from that. We can essentially expect the story to be non-existent, because there is no protagonist. There's not going to be a focus on a person's journey. Rather than you are focusing on this hive mind of a lot of people. So this is just going to be a generic save the London objective or something like that. Generic objectives that you can complete with anyone. But we have seen that in the cutscenes, all these characters are voiced. So, and everyone has a different voice. So that's a huge part. Now, all that being said, I think this is a brilliant idea on paper, and I honestly applaud Ubisoft for trying something new for once. I've already complained about this in another video of mine, where they never try anything new. They always go for the safest possible option. And this is anything but safe. This could backfire really badly. But if it works, it could be a brilliant gameplay system. And hopefully we can see more of an evolution on this gameplay system in the game that follows this. Or, other games thinking, oh, this is a great idea, maybe we should do something like this. This has the option to, kind of revolutionize how games are made. But it could also backfire. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I honestly applaud them for at least trying something good. Do more things like this, please. And whether or not it works, I guess we'll find out on October 29th when we see the game actually officially released. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get the game because I have no money. I have to save up what? I think I have to save up like 3 months just to get one game. And right now, my options are Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and Cyberpunk 2077. Now, since these 3 games are coming out, within 15 days of each other now? Nah, 18 days of each other, because October to 19 days. What am I doing? So I'm just going to say, these 3 games are going to come to within 20 days of each other. So like basically in the same month. So this is October 29th is Watch Dogs Legion. November 17th is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and November 19th is Cyberpunk 2077. And right now I'm just torn between what I should pick. If I had to go for two games, should I go for Valhalla? I am definitely going for Cyberpunk 2077, so there's that. That is non-negotiable, because that is probably going to be the game of the year for many people, and I really want to experience that. Yeah, so as far as that goes, I don't know what will happen with this game. I really want to play it because this looks like the most innovative game, and I'll probably get this over Assassin's Creed Valhalla, because while that is an Assassin's Creed game, this is the game that is actually innovating something, and so this is the game that I'm actually interested in. Valhalla, as I mentioned even in the breakdown video of Valhalla, has basically no innovations. It is a generic RPG. Right, so rant over. Now I'll just end the video. Well, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited about Watch Dogs? Do you think this game will stand up to its promises? If you like the video, press the like button. Subscribe for more content. I will be uploading more videos. And well, peace.